People say, that I'm a little crazy. Now, you might say, well, aren't you offended, insulted when people say that? And I'm going to tell you that I'm not. I'll tell you why I'm not. I'm good with it. Because when people think you're a little crazy, you've lost your mind, about to lose your mind, out of your mind, whatever, they cut you some slack. You can say things that you believe are true, okay, and are not offensive. But see, nowadays we're stuck with this politically correct nonsense that these agitators, these wrongdoers, these troublemakers, they were running around for years, and they've gotten to people's mind, and they planted the fart in the skull in these people. So these people think that they got to listen to what these troublemakers say. So now most people do this politically correct speech. Oh, you can't say this, you can't say that. You're a bigot if you say this, that. But see, I don't have to buy into that because I'm a little crazy, and they cut me some slack. They say, well, he's really just a little crazy. He's harmless. He's really a good guy. The old fool's nuts, okay? But that's okay. So it allows me to say things that I know happen to be true, and I don't have to give in to these politically correct idiots. Okay, I'll give you some examples. The first thing is, I say colored people. Now, the politically correct people, the PC people, it's easier to say PC people. The PC people are going to come and call me a bigot, intolerant, worse than that, a lout. But see, and I say to them, well, what should I say if not colored people? And they say, you can't use colored people anymore, you've got to say people of color, okay? You can't say a colored person, you got to say a person of color, okay? Hello? Look it, I've been called a honky, a whitey, a gringo, and I don't care, you can call me those things. But I know one thing, I might be a honky, I might be a gringo, but I know I'm not a whitey, okay? Look at this. This is not white, okay? This might be a beige with a little pink thrown in, but it's definitely not white. And secondly, white's a color. You run down to your paint store, you look at a paint chart, and you see the color white in there, in the color chart. Your painter asks you what color you want the kitchen painted. You say white. Oh, that's a good color. But I know I'm not white, okay? I am a colored person, okay? A colored person. A people of color, a colored person. And I'm proud of it, okay? Now, I know I'm going to catch a lot of heat for saying that, but it's true. But don't forget, this is old crazy me talking. Okay, another thing, I'll give you, like I say, a few examples. Let's say a hypothetical. This is only hypothetical now. Let's say I'm sitting in a bar and having a few drinks, and a babe comes and sits next to me, and we start making out a little bit in the corner of the bar. They're doing a little smooching. And then the smooching gets a little heavier, some lip locks and things like that. And then the babe leaves, and the bartender comes up to me. He says, I noticed you've been doing some smooching, pretty heavy duty smooching with that babe that just left. You say, yeah, I'm proud of it, I'm a stud, So the bartender says, well, Mr. Stud, I hate to inform you this, but the babe you've been making out with is really a dude. And you say, no way. And he says, yeah, wait. It's a guy that slipped a wig on him and put a little dress on, some high heels, a little perfume, a little jewelry, and all of a sudden, he says she's a she, and she not be a she be a he. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Okay, remember those words, is and ain't, and she ain't, or he ain't a she. I'm getting confused here. He ain't a she be a she. You be making out with a dude, okay? Now some people might say, the people that buy into this politically correct stuff might say, well, it's like a Hallmark moment, I'm good with that, okay? Well, for me, okay, for crazy old me, it's not a Hallmark moment, that'd be a nightmare moment, a real bad dream. You, okay, you. Okay, now that's me. Now people, the political correct people say, well, you're an intolerant lout, you're not accepting, You got to feel good about these things and get comfortable with these things. No, not me, okay? If I'm going to make out with somebody, okay, it's going to be a she. A she that was a she when she was born, a she that got the different equipment than I get. That's an important thing. Got to have different equipment, the opposite equipment that I have. Then I'm good to go with that. Same equipment? No. Okay. But then again, that's crazy old me. Remember what I said, it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. He is what he is and he ain't what he ain't. She is what she is, she ain't what she ain't. Okay, let's see. Okay, here's another thing. I never heard of the word transgender before. Just recently I've heard of it. And I had to look it up because I couldn't figure out what the hell does this mean, transgender. I mean, when I was growing up, I don't think my father ever heard it, my grandfather ever heard it. So it was also it comes up word of transgender. So, and I heard the President of the United States, the President of the United States of America, with all the problems going on in the world, with people building missiles and nuclear bombs trying to kill us, to murder us, he went on television because the number one issue that's facing us is transgender. And he said that, at least I think I heard this, okay, that transgender people can go into a female washroom. Transgender guy who claims to be transgender can use the female washrooms, locker rooms, take showers with them, I guess, you know, whatever. And it's his civil right. So I looked up transgender, and what it says is a guy that associates, that claims to be, and he's still a guy, okay? This is so damn confusing, it's unbelievable. Claims to be a guy, but he identifies with babes. Therefore, he can use the female bathrooms, the washrooms, locker rooms, showers. It doesn't matter, and it's a civil right, and we got to embrace that. We got to be comfortable with that, okay? Well, you know, I'm not comfortable with it, you know what I mean? Much as I like naked babes, I'm not comfortable with that, okay? So now I think there could be a big jump in the rise of people, guys claiming to be transgender, because a guy could say, well, what does transgender mean? You tell him, well, you could use the babes' bathrooms and locker rooms and showers. So there could be a rise there, because the guys that before had to go peep in some girl's window late at night, hide behind bushes, you know, peek in. Now I could just walk in, yell out, transgender, transgender, drop his shorts and jump in the shower with the babes. Okay, now, I'm warning you, I'm putting a disclaimer on this. You're hearing this from Crazy Jay. I think I heard it on TV. Okay, but before you do it, before you go in and yell transgender and jump in the shower with the babes, see a lawyer. Go talk to a competent lawyer. Get advice what to do. Don't listen to me. Get advice what to do. Because when you drop your jackies and jump in the shower with the babes, you could find yourself doing time. Oh, what's this world coming to? I don't know. All right, let's see what else. Okay, let's assume that Superman has a thing with Batman. The two of them, kind of, like each other, You know what I mean? Okay, so, but they're having an argument about this because who is going to be the wife in this duo? Okay. Now, neither of them want to be the wife. Now, Superman says, how does it look if the Man of Steel is really the wife, Doesn't look good. So he says to the Batster, he says, you should be the wife. And Batman says to Superman, hey, look it, you got these shorts you wear, okay, I don't see any fly front in them, okay, no zipper, so obviously you got a piece sitting down. So you could be the wife. You should be the wife. And the Man of Steel says to Batman, hey, look it, you're wearing a mask, okay? You could be the wife when you take the mask off and you put on civilian clothes. Nobody gonna know who you is. Nobody can know you be the wife. And the Superman says, well, look it, I can't be the wife, then I can prove it to you because there is a superwoman out there, okay? and she's a crime fighter too, just like we are. Now, if she ever gets married, she's going to be the super wife. Can't have two super wives. Now, the politically correct people are going to put these two crime fighters down. They're going to say they're bigots, they're intolerant, they're lowlifes, they aren't embracing people. You know, now how does it look that we're calling these two crime fighters bigots? I mean, these guys are out fighting crimes for the citizens and things like that, and yet we're calling them bigots. That's not right. It ain't right. It is what it is, and ain't what it ain't, and it ain't right, okay? Because the criminals are going to be laughing at them. Okay, now, when all is said and done, like I say, if you stop using, if you do not use politically correct speech, I gotta warn you, yeah, you could be fired from your job if you don't talk politically correct, because most of the people have bought into this politically correct business. You could be fired from your job, okay? If you own a business, they could call for a boycott of you. You know, I was thinking about another thing, how this stuff can influence elections. Right now we're in the midst of a presidential election, and one of the candidates is going up there saying, free college education, free college education, free college education. And the people in the crowd there are saying, yeah, free college education. Like robots, free college education. But then somebody in the crowd, then the other candidate that's debating him says, well, I'm backing transgender, okay? I'm in favor of transgender. And they say, what's transgender? The people are saying to each other, so somebody seems to know, and he tells them you get to see free babes, naked babes, you know, you could just jump in a lady's shower, not a problem. So the guys say, well, let me know, I don't get it. I mean, if I say transgender, I can jump in a babe's bath, I go in a babe's bathroom, jump in their shower. He said, yeah. The guy said, transgender, yeah. Oh yeah, transgender, yeah, I'm up for that. And then say, the hell with free education, free college education, hell with that. We want transgender, oh yeah. See, and that can influence a presidential election. Now, I was saying before, you could get fired from your job. They could call for a boycott against you because these politically correct people are mean-spirited people. But see, I don't care because number one, I'm unemployed. I don't own a business, okay? I'm a little bit crazy, okay? So to me, I can say what's accurate, what's true, and what I feel. I'm not, you know, I know what I is and I know what I ain't. I ain't a bigot. I'm just telling you things that I believe in. So all I can say to the politically correct morons out there, bite me.